Newest technology
Solar
po
power
is,
basic
yung
voltage.
isipan po is meron na po siyang vibration
May project.
sensor sa
May
electronics.
project ka na.
It can be monitored by a high level or yung mga advanced quality. Yun lang po siya. Ang advantage ng ating vibration sensor, makikita natin po doon yung fan health and monitoring ng predictive maintenance. Optimization of fan performance, of course, and use safe operation. Avoidance of harmful operation. Other than digitalization, IoT, we have optimization. This is our implementation. It is a 7-in-1 solution with temperature sensor, RF sensor, carbon dioxide sensor. Para lang po sa model na ilalagay natin sa ceiling, then yun po yung sensor natin. Optimization po siya. Then, pag program yan, depending on our parameters, for example, at 700 ppm, tatakbo yung sequence namin ng 50% speed. Then, pag nag-1,000, mag-speed up na po yung sequence. Automatic. Our project is Singapore. Actually, Singapore is pumasok po, meron po yung masusunod natin mo.
Solar farms, mga wind farms, and other battery storage systems. So whenever you check yung green, yun yung mga tinitignan natin.
Kasi nawawala yung signal.
The next one is yung integration of renewable energy sources, katulad niya na sinabi natin kanina. So, alam naman natin na ang isang disadvantage normally ng mga renewable energy, kagaya ng solar, wind, is it is normally dependent upon the source. And alam naman natin na ang solar ay and wind ay hindi siya ganun siya stable. No? So, there is a possibility talaga that will be prone to some certain intermittency. No? Kaya nga, ang ginagawa natin, we are combining it with other non-renewable or mga conventional energy facilities, no? Para yung disadvantages o yung weakness ng isang system will be compensated, no? Ng isa. No? For example, alam naman natin na ang non-renewable ay may possibility na magkaroon ng depletion of resources, and normally it has negative environmental impact. Samantalang itong renewable naman, in terms of environment, no, it is more environment friendly. At ang mga renewable energy sources are really available, no? Talagang from time to time available. Nagkakaroon lang ng issue about stability. So ang mga non-renewable naman are stable. So ang nangyari diyan, so parang yung disadvantage or yung weakness ng isang system is exactly the strength of the other system. So if we're going to combine, no, yung mga renewable and non-renewable energy resources into one system, no, we can avoid, no, yung tinatawag nating intermittency. And no, we can apply itong mga tinatawag nating distributed energy resource integration. No, so distributed energy resource integration, no, tinatawag nating DAR, no, are technologies that can support, no, the integration of distributed energy resources. Kagaya ng pwede nating i-connecta yung mga rooftop solar panels natin, or pwede nating i-connect sa system yung mga small scale wind turbines natin, or we can also connect yung mga local battery storage natin. No? So it includes, no, the use ng mga inverters, mga smart meters, no, na kailangan natin normally sa mga net metering, no, and yung mga grid scale batteries that facilitates and integrate, no, these resources and allow yung bidirectional flow between consumer and the grid. So yung mga grid scale batteries o tinatawag nating utility scale batteries or battery energy storage systems na tinatawag na BESS these are collection of individual batteries. Okay, so pinagsama-samang batteries housed within a single controlled large-scale energy storage system. So normally yun yung challenges natin pagdating sa storage. Mahirap, no, mag-develop ng malalaking battery that can store huge amount of energy unless, no, we're going to combine the small batteries and house them into one, no, large scale, no, housing. So probably that's one way that we can at least, no, what do you call it, store, no, higher or greater amount of energy. And then in terms of grid technologies, mga tinitignan din natin dyan, yung types of efficiency and loss reduction. Okay? So, syempre alam naman natin na whatever losses are reduced out of grid should be compensated. Kaya tayo, meron tayong mga binabayaran mga transmission losses. So, yung transmission losses, it is mainly because of the high efficiency transmission technologies that can minimize. Itong mga transmission losses can be minimized by the use of high efficiency transmission technologies, no, kagaya ng mga high voltage direct current or HVDC, which is normally used for mga long distance transmission. Okay, and it reduces losses kung ikukumpara mo sa mga alternating current transmission lines. So, pwede ka na gumamit nitong high VDC instead na gumamit ka ng mga alternating current transmission lines. With the use of this HVDC, no, we can ensure high efficient transmission systems. And we can also use yung mga advanced conductors katulad ng mga superconducting materials or pwede kang gumamit ng mga high temperature superconducting cables so that you can reduce yung mga resistive losses, okay, and improve the overall efficiency of the system. And no, aside from those two, pag tinitignan natin yung efficiency and loss reduction, okay, titignan din natin yung capability ng ating mga storage systems because storage systems can help optimize the transmission and distribution of electricity. So, by you can store excess power. Okay, halimbawa sa bahay natin, pwede tayo mag-install ng solar panel na ang capacity niya ay what we normally need. No? So yung excess of that, pwede siyang i-store battery so that at night, no, habang araw, okay, susugayan niya yung demand natin for electricity, and aside from that, a part of the electricity that is produced will be stored. No? And no, yun yung gagamitan natin during the time naman na mababa or mahina yung solar panel power generation or production. So gagamit tayo ng in terms of efficiency, we can avoid mga losses through the use of this high voltage direct current transmission systems, the use of advanced conductor materials, and the use of energy storage. And then we also have to look into yung mga scalability and flexibility.